Hey guys, how you doing tonight? Looks like we got Michael in there. Kevin's floating about, and we're gonna get the stuff going here right real quick. I'll get all my little buttons pushed and doodads done, and we'll be good to go here. Okay, we got connection. We got the mute on. And it says that Michael has been a minion for 8 months now. Yay! Woo! Okay. So I'm not sure how long we're going to be here tonight. It all kind of depends on my mom. Um, it's the day is coming closer and closer all the time for when she's going to have to go into assisted living, which is going to have to take more care than what I can give. So right now I have to just kind of play everything by ear. So if you don't see, like on a Tuesday, if you don't see an upcoming uh, stream listed by to me by like 5:30 Central Time or 6:30 Eastern Time, then I'm not going to be there. Other than that, I'm gonna try to make it, and if I have to miss on a Tuesday, I'll try to catch something later in the week or be on somebody else's lives to make sure I'm still out there and keep everybody informed of what's going on. So, anyway, where was I doing? Okay, let me see if I can get the big screen working. Not yet. As you may not have seen, uh, and I'll run into here and again when we get a little bit. Hey, Timon, how you doing tonight? When we get a few more people in here, I'll go ahead and run it. You may or may not seen the video for the group build announcement that is coming up. Fred hasn't had his up yet, but he's on vacation, so he'll probably put it up when he gets back. But thanks, Rick. But Fred and I are hosting a Dazed and Confused group build. Any car, truck, van, hot rod, rail job, whatever. If you see it in the movie, you can build it. And it starts. The movie was based on the last day of school, a small town in Texas in 1976. So it's like a day in the life of these high school kids. That's just loaded with cars. If you've not seen the movie or if you haven't seen it in a long time, um, so we're going to run for starting on Memorial Day. It's going to run for a full year. You can build one, you can build 100, you can build nothing, whatever floats your boat. It can be a new kit, it can be an old kit, it can be a rebuilder, it can be a scratch build, it can be a kit bash, whatever. And I grabbed a few clips from the movie that had the most car concentration, highest concentration of car in it, and on the video, so you can kind of if you can anything you can see in the whole movie, vehicle wise, you can build. I do know there's a Superbird in there. There's Corvairs. There are plenty of Mustangs and Camaros, Firebird. Uh, we've got, of course, the 70 GTO Judge is in there. Actually, there's three GTOs in the movie. All three of them are 1970s. Um, the black one, a green one, and the orange one. Of course, actually, there were two orange ones done. Of course, you got Melba which is the SS 454 Chevelle. White Lightning is the 74 Trans Am. The Gray Ghost was the 73 Duster, I think. 73 Duster, I believe it was. Um, there's Volkswagens, vans, Beetles. There's a couple of Corvettes that make appearance. Hey, Chet, how you doing? Yeah, anything you see in that movie, vehicle wise, if you want to build it, I forgot the Chevy C10, and there's a couple other trucks in there. But if you see it in the movie, you can build it for the group build. And it kind of run for, let's say, it starts Memorial Day and runs for the whole year. So that's I'll run a couple of minutes here. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna run the video on here. Other than that, I am working on my F-150 SVT Raptor truck. It is a Snap Plus kit, but I'm going to kind of really deck it out, kind of show what you can do with a Snap kit without. And it was also the only one when I went to Ollie's. It was the only kit they had in the place was this one, so I grabbed it. We've done some work on it. As the kit comes, the windshield, the area between the bottom of the windshield frame and the windshield wipers is all in plastic. It's all one piece. So I got those scribed and cut out so that my wipers are now freestanding. Got primer on it. And I haven't decided on my color yet. We're going to do the interior in gray. That's kind of why I went ahead and primered it right away. Because the primer color is going to be the color of the interior. I'll do some highlighting on it. Stuff. There's a floor pan and the dash. And our seats. And then also this has the brakes on it. And then we've got all the extra highlight parts, the rear bumper, the front grille, the bed cap pieces. I did those all in a black primer and then put a flat coat over those. So you kind of got that matte plastic look to them that I wanted for that. So we've got that. I also got primer on the bed. And that's what we're going to be playing with. I'm working on the, here's the chassis pan for it, which we got all painted up. We dry brush some silver on it, and then I'll probably go in the catalytic converters. I'll go in and put a little gold tint on those. I've got a chrome exhaust tips for the end of it. So we'll work on that one a little bit. And I'm also working on my 66 Revell GTO. I just got the chassis done here. I've got the working on the Texas 3D tri-power Pontiac engine here. We were using the Morgan distributor and plug wires on it, and still got the rest of the parts are here. I haven't painted them yet or anything. To put in that, I haven't decided if I'm gonna use. I got a couple different transmissions options. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use on that yet. Whichever one fits the best. So that's where we're at on those. I see Jeff popped in there. How are you doing tonight? Let's see if I can pull this off. Share screen. There. So before we do that, let's maximize that. We'll share that. Let me get over here. Make sure it's going to pop up right. Okay, let's see how this is going to work. This is
Bring your model to life with MCV products. Visit them on the World Wide Web at
There we go. That is, yeah. I have to pay for the fee for using, being able to stream you guys every week. So that's kind of where got to pay the bills. So I try to keep those commercials. I got it set for minimum, least amount of commercials possible. And I apologize for that, but that's kind of the way it is. Hey, Sluggo, we just you missed it. We just watched the intro announcement video, I guess you want to call it, for the Dazed and Confused group build. So if you haven't watched it before or watched it lately, I think you can watch it free on YouTube if you search it out. Or if not, I'm sure there's probably other sources on the internet where you can watch it for free. Yeah, so you can get in there and pick out what you want to build. So you got a whole year to do it. It can be a new kit, an old kit, a rebuilder, a scratch build, kit bash, whatever you want to do for that. So Fred will probably put his video up when he gets back from vacation. He's on vacation down there in Florida. All right, so let's play with this a little bit here. Working on doing a little detail painting on here. But I do know for sure I'm going to be doing the 70 GTO Judge. I've got the kit and all the parts and the decals and everything already sourced out for that. They're actually sitting right here next to me. Probably will do Melba Toast, which is the 454. And I'll probably find one or two other ones in there to build. So I'll probably be doing at least 3 or 4 builds of that over the course of the year. And I said there were 370 GTOs in there. There were two of the Judge clones, and then there was a green one as well. So, or it might have been black. You only really saw it at nighttime. It was either green or black. But anytime you saw a shot inside of the GTO on screen, the actors in it, it was inside the black one. It wasn't inside the orange one. When the camera was inside with them. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna start doing a little detail painting here. Find my gray here. There it is. So there's another one called Stingray in there. I know I saw a 68 Firebird in like the cruising scene. You had that big the big Lincoln. I think it was a Lincoln. I can't remember. I watched the movie on it just a while back. Big white Lincoln, I think, was in there. There was Cadillacs, 57 Chevys. What it was when they shot this thing down in Austin, Texas, they just got the local car club to come out, and whatever cars they had for the car club, that's the car that were been feasible in 76. That's the cars that were all in the background of the movie. So all those cars that you saw were just actually the guys from the local car club that they got to come in and say, hey, you want to have your car in the movie? Show up here and do, and you can take part. And that's what they did. They say, yeah, I've already got all the stuff for the 70 GTO Judge. That should be the first one I do. And I think the Revell Trans Am kit, I think, is a 72 instead of a 74, but it's going to be close enough for government work. for there. So I'll probably do that one. Like I said, the 68 Firebird, that's easy enough to get. That's Revell. That Revell just repopped that one not too long ago. So that would be an easy one to grab hold of. So there was Corvairs and Beetles and Pontiac Bonnevilles and just about anything you can think of was. If you look in that movie hard enough, it was of a 70s era car. It was probably in there. I don't know if he's on there yet or not. I'm not sure when he was actually leaving. My original plan was to try to meet up with him along the way and say hi for buy him lunch or whatever. But right now I can't leave the house unless I got Mom along, and that's kind of a pain in the butt to do that. So. Right now I'm just doing a black wash of the Vallejo black gray in my dashboard, all little switches and buttons and stuff to kind of make them stand out. This already comes with a decal for the instrument, or a sticker, I should say, not a decal, for the instrument clusters and the radio. Okay. Let that dry, and then we'll do the top one afterwards. Okay. Yes, I was going to try and meet him en route because he's going to be going not too far from me, just down the road a piece when he comes through. Meet up with him for lunch or breakfast or whatever. But right now, say I can't leave the house for that long unless I take Mom with me, and she doesn't want to go to stuff like that. Pop that kit open and take a look at it. You're not going to be disappointed in building it. Jed, I mean, there that was just a little detail painting on the chassis pan. I still have chrome exhaust tips to go on it. I've got the running boards painted in the black plasticky color for it. I'm working on the seat detail right now. Started working on doing the dash. Here we've got uh, stickers, decals to cover for the radio and for the gauge cluster for that. And here's the body, and I mean the body looks great. I mean the only thing said earlier, the only thing I did was the way the kit comes, the windshield wipers, there's plastic or molded in one piece with to the body, and I just used my scriber to scribe that plastic out between the wiper blade and the bottom of the window. So it's looking good. I got some gray primer on it. I haven't decided what color I'm going to paint it yet. Here's the black plastics. I hit them with a flat black primer, or black primer is always flat, and then put a clear flat over top of that for the plastics, and then I will do the windows and stuff. I'll do all that by hand later on. The vent section on the windshield, all that stuff I'll do by hand, and even the chrome looks. The chrome wheels actually even look pretty decent, and you got your insert for your rearview mirrors. And there's our exhaust tips are right there. So yeah, I mean, sure, it's a snap kit. You could have it done in 20 minutes and call it done, but you can also, which is what I'm doing, gonna deck it out as best I can, with what I've got here around, detail painting and stuff like that, and you'd be amazed how well they look. Well, most of my models I run with the hood closed anyway, so doesn't really matter. There's only a few cars that you'll even see when I have them at shows that have the hood open. Very few, just unless there's something really in there that I really want you to see. Then a lot of times at the show, my cars will have the hoods closed. More water. I mean, as far as that goes, if you really were that ambitious, you could, I guess in theory, open up the bottom of the at the bottom, open up, take the oil pan out of the bottom here and cut the hood and put something in there, put a radiator and engine in there if that was really the part that was bothering you. These they are I mean, they're all modern, newer tooling. That's one thing I like about them. So they're not like 3-piece AMT promo card type kits, and you can put as much detail into them as you want. I mean, this one even has the floor mats in it. That's what I'm painting right now, are the floor mats. Water. Just I'm doing washes, I'm bouncing back and forth between parts so that I can do some, and there he is. We can't hear you.
Hold on, I don't know. Can you hear me now?
You can hear you now. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Good deal. So we're about 80 miles an hour down 71. We're mile marker 198.2. We're in the state of Ohio on my way back to New York.
Oh, you're on the way back that way. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, I left a little later than I wanted to Monday night. There are some sketchy storms in the area, so, I figured it'd be a little easier just to kind of come on this way and instead of trying to text, because let me see if I can turn my camera around. Yeah, I should be able to. Camera front facing and go. Okay, well, maybe you gotta go the other way with
Yeah,
it.
we had quite a few storms, heavy storms here this last weekend, last 4 or 5 days.
Yeah. So, doing it's not too bad. It's a little musty there. We're doing a good stroke going down the road. Seeing a couple tractor trailers off the road. Nothing really serious. We're good. Probably shouldn't do that. It's self-incrimination. So I'm not to be incriminating myself. But anyway, so yeah, we're making good time. If I just keep the, non-driving fucks out of my way. So, but we got the travel trailer all delivered down there. That's set up, ready to go. Got that done Saturday, and the wife's last day of work is on the 7th of June. She's probably not going to go down until like the 10th. She's going to try to get her schedule back to kind of like a normal daytime schedule.
Yeah.
What? Where at, Kevin? Where at? Because let's see. I ain't got much. Yeah, I ain't necessarily got that much time. I'm trying to get home because I got to get to the dogs. They've been locked up the last 2 days because I left late last Monday night. Well, or this Monday night. Son of a bitch. Because I was trying to let the storms get ahead because of how they were coming. And I'm like, I ended up catching them in Joplin. So I went to, I just kind of sat there in Joplin for a little while. And, because I waited for about a good almost like 45 minutes to an hour for the storms to pass. Because they were moving pretty good. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll just set out and do that. And I ended up catching the storms in Joplin. I don't know. I don't drive fast or anything like that. I ended up catching the storms. I'm like, we'll just shut it down. So hung out in Joplin, and everybody in the chat, how's everybody doing? Hopefully,
doing all right.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, Saturday was on Rumble with Dear Sergeant Sluggo. That was a good time. Even though I was busy trying to set up the camper, but still it was a good time. I'll have to do that kind of a hangout. We got a general idea and stuff like that about. It'll still probably be a little while. Hopefully not too long before I get back to doing the lives. So get some things accomplished down there and get on the new schedule. And all right. So yeah, what you working up out of that Escalade?
This is the Raptor, the Ford F-150.
Oh, the Raptor. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Snap
Nice.
Kit Plus Max Kit or whatever.
Oh, them Snap Kits detail out nice.
Yeah, they do.
It's really nice. I was talking with, what day was it? I think Friday. I was talking with Frizzo, and he got one of them Snap Tight Hummers, the 4-door one, with just soft canvas on it. And it come out good. He said, man, I'm shocked how detailed it is. I'm like, yeah, they go together nice for a Snap Kit.
Yeah, they're all modern tooling too, so
Yeah. And then he had another Snap Kit, which was the actual up armor one with the tow missile system on it. No, Slogo, we're not moved yet. We're just moving the house down there, so took a little longer getting down there than I wanted, but it was also like that's the house I'm going to be living in. And not saying I can't drive, I just don't trust the other people out there that don't know how to drive, especially when I got my house on the back. Yeah, no, it was a little different. Like I said, I actually didn't go that fast over the speed limit. I was only running like between about 3 to 5 over the speed limit. I didn't get too fast just because some of the road and the construction out here is rough. Hey, there's a Hobby Lobby truck. They come right out of Oklahoma.
Yep.
And Werner's got the, So, but yeah, I just wanted to pop on here for a few minutes. Rick Zink reached out, and I was like, oh shit, yeah. So I kind of forgot it was Tuesday. I was like sitting there. This whole weekend was just a blur. It just, because I left Friday morning after the wife got home from work, and so I was like a couple hours late getting out, but even the wife's like, take your time getting down there because you don't need anything to happen in the house. That's what we're going to be living in. I'm like, I know. So she's like, if you start being tired or something like that, pull over. Or, if traffic starts getting bad, pull off. And I'm like, all right, yes, dear. Yes. So I couldn't do my normal like I do, like I like to run. So, but we got it down there in one piece. We got there Saturday, like mid-afternoon. Even though I left, like I said, a couple hours later than I wanted to. I shut down in Illinois on Friday night just for a couple hours to relax and rest after going through the storms that came through. So, it's
the ones Friday.
One of them
ones Friday were
things.
really bad. Like 15 people died.
Yeah, I was like shocked. I was like, wow, I love the thunder and lightning storm, but that rain was a cocksucker though. I was like, holy hell, that rain was rough. And then it's like, I did a twofer. There's a semi truck that hit a deer, which I caught a secondary of the deer, which I swerved. I didn't get that much of it, but I got a piece of it. And I had blood and guts from the deer pulling up on the front of the travel trailer.
Yep.
And I'm like, all I gotta say is I'm glad that the semi truck hit it before I did, because it kind of tenderized it, made it nice and soft for me when I tried to swerve and miss it. But it was also raining pretty good, so I mean it was, the rain is. I just it was coming down in buckets, and I'm like, holy shit. So I kind of took a picture, sent to her. She's like, you are going to watch the front of that? And I said, yes, I will. I just wanted to tell you that I just made a sacrifice. But I didn't do it all. The semi-truck did most of the work. I just caught the aftermath of the deer when he hit it about 70 miles an hour.
There's not a whole lot left after the truck hits it.
I'm kind of glad. So, yeah, it was, like I said, it was a good time. I didn't have a lot of time. Sunday, I'll start thinking that area too. Sundays are for, like, they don't do anything. It's like the Bible Belt down there. It's like they, oh, that's right. I forgot this is Restream, so the thing doesn't automatically scroll and stuff like that. So, but, so we're getting there. Let's see. I think we're just over about 5.5 hours from the house, give or take. Supposedly it says it's got me getting home at like 1 a.m., but we'll see about that. But I will probably have to stop here. I don't know. I got about a quarter of a tank, so I got about another 70 miles, 80 miles. So going down, it sucked. Fucking just in gas alone. But I did notice it did get cheaper the closer to Oklahoma and shit you got. I was like appreciating that because of how.
Yeah, the Midwest has got cheapest gas prices pretty much of anywhere.
Yeah, because I went to Home Depot Sunday too. I went to that Home Depot and Sunday, and yeah, that wasn't too bad. Missouri's got some cheap gas. I went to one place, I think it was like 241, I think it was, or 269 because I used my card.
Yeah, too bad you were busy. Saturday was the model show in Springfield, Missouri.
Yeah, I know. I just got down there and I was working on setting up the travel trailer, which I finally did get set up. And I don't know, after that rain, I might have to reposition it and stuff like that because I got it as level as possible and blocked up, but after the rains that we had down there, it kind of made the ground a little soft. And when I left last night, she was starting to lean a little bit after that rain. So I'll just have to go down and re-level it out, just throw some more blocks under it. That's all. But it was level when I parked it, so I'll have to, like I said, we'll be down there hopefully soon, or at least the wife will anyway. Probably start by this weekend and stuff like that. The listing for the house will be live. So the people who bought the trailer park, finally, they wouldn't talk to me, but there's also lawyers involved and everything like that. So they didn't really want to talk to me, but the real estate agent finally got through it. You know what the new move-in procedure is for the people who are buying it, stuff like that, or whoever it is.
Yeah.
You know, they finally got back to it. So she's had the listing done for a while. She just wanted to make sure what the move-in procedure was, get all the last minute I's crossed and T's crossed and the I's dotted, the I's dotted, you know. So before she actually made it go live, we already got the pictures. So now it's all just getting everything set to go for when the time comes. But be down there, I don't know, by mid-June, I'll probably be down there by the end of June. Like I said, I'll probably be in and out of the area back home because, you know, when the house closes and stuff like that, I'll have to go by and, you know, do the signing and closing and all those.
Yeah. All that fun stuff.
Yep, it's called being an adult. Adulting sucks. I wish I could just, you know, sell the house as is and, you know, hey, you know, give me the money, fucker, and then there, the house is yours, and then I can go do whatever. But there's stuff that, you know, got an adult like, so.
Okay.
Yep. Making lots of progress. Boy, I'll tell you, not dragging that trailer, the truck's getting a lot better gas mileage, I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, I'm glad that the fuel is cheaper heading out west there because at roughly between 32 gallons every fill up. I've got a 36-gallon tank on my truck, so at roughly about 32 gallons on the 6 Phillips on the way down. Whew. Yeah, it was not cheap. But coming back, I've only had to fill up once, twice, 3. Yeah, so when I go to fill up again, it'll be my 4th, and I'll be able to make it, should be able to make it back home by then. Or with this next fill up, I should have enough to at least get me all the way home without having to fill up again. So,
Yeah, when you're not towing a giant brick behind you, gas mileage goes a lot better.
yes, it does. Yeah, it'll definitely be
Kevin
nice
said he
when I
just
get
made
down there.
meatballs if you want to stop for dinner.
Well, I'm on. It's interesting. I'll take a range. Maybe I want to. So I'm running back and forth with the U-Haul or whatever with the trailer. Oh, we're coming in a little easy. There we go. All right, coming in a little hot there on that, but Smith. No. There we go. But yeah, like I said, I'll be running back and forth, and it's I'm not going to be able to do it all in one trip like I thought I'd be able to. So it's going to be multiple trips. So, but yeah, I'm sure I'll definitely stop in along the way somewhere. When I get down there, I'll probably join a model club in the area there because I'll be in that general area. So I don't know, maybe I'll do CAMS or I don't know, Tulsa Model Association.
Yeah.
Somewhere about there. So that'll be really nice.
Yeah, Springfield's not really close to you, but it's not super far either. So.
Right. Well, I'm up is where I'll actually be right now, and that's where work is as well, which kind of makes it nice because I'll be fairly close to work, and from Veneta, it's like you're only like 40 minutes from Joplin or 45 minutes to Joplin, and then you go like roughly half hour, 40 minutes north to Kansas, and you're right up in Kansas. And then you go like another, like 40, no, not quite 40 minutes, like about 40, 45 minutes east, and you're in Arkansas, give or take. So there's plenty of places to go and stuff like that. So. Show you something.
Nice. You get those good old boys down there to take you noodling now. go for stealing.
Right? Yeah, you can definitely do that too.
Yeah. You're right in that lake region. Yeah, the hills in the lake region. So that's a nice place to be.
Yeah, Grand Lake. Yeah, it's beautiful. They got like Miami up there, and which, like I said, they always say it funny. It's Miami. I say Miami how it sounds, but they say it's Miami. I don't know. It is what it is. They can tell I definitely ain't from around them parts. So,
It's right in Missouri. We have Nevada. So
oh, Nevada. You guys also got Seneca there too.
yeah.
Which is funny because we got Seneca Falls, which is like part of Cayuga Seneca Indian Nation, and they got one down there in Oklahoma, and they got the Seneca in Missouri too, which is pretty cool. So you can always go to the res, get cigarettes.
Yep.
You got casinos and oh, we got fancy, but it's not a
Oh, thanks,
Hellcat.
Boston. Yeah. I didn't get to do anything on my birthday because my mom was having a meltdown. So we just.
Oh, well, happy belated birthday! So
Yeah. I took her swimming. That was about the best I was able to accomplish. Take her to the pool for a couple hours.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Anytime you get in the pool, it's fun. They went through and we actually got it's not an expensive pool, but we got a pool down there. I went out and got a pool. It was one of them Amazon specials there.
Yeah.
It's like 52 inches deep. It's like 24 by like 12 or something, or 50, I don't know, I can't remember. But yeah, we ended up getting a pool to put up at my buddy's house. I love the Home Depot card. That's all I gotta say. I love my Home Depot card. So we got even though it was an Amazon special, it's still. But I got most of the other stuff from Home Depot to put the pool up. It's just got the little legs that kind of like go together. You lay out the platform, right. Throw a little sand down. You get some paving stones to throw under the legs so it doesn't sink in the ground. It says it goes up in about 60 minutes, but I mean, we didn't actually get it set up. We just made sure we had all the stuff to do it. So I got a pool, which I'm happy about because Gordon, my buddy, it's hot
now. Yeah. Yeah, my sister has a pool at her house, so it's across town, 5-minute drive, so I go over there a couple times a week.
Well, it's like my buddy Jerry was saying, like, yeah, just so you know, you might think this is a lot of rain now, but by next month you're gonna be like, wishing we had this fucking rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, it's what do you think? What do you think? I went out and bought a pool. You know, shit. And I haven't bought it big enough so that we all can enjoy it.
Hey, Norm. Didn't see you pop in there.
This thing doesn't do the automatic scroll. I just get random little blips off the chat here every once in a while, and I'm trying to see if anybody who's not in here. Hi, all.
This way.
Pretty much what's going on. I've just been driving.
A second, Jeff. What are we looking at? printed grills for the AMT kit. Okay. Well, he'll be there for a while yet. He ain't moved yet.
Oh yeah. So what color are you gonna paint that? The Raptor.
I have no clue yet. I primed it because I'm doing the interior in gray, so I just primed the whole thing, but I have no clue what color I'm gonna make it yet.
Are you gonna do a single tone interior or a two tone interior?
I'm just doing gray and kind of doing a panel liner on it. Just a straight
okay.
gray. And then I'll do the black rubber on all the trim on stuff on the outside, but I haven't decided if I'm going to go what color I'm going to paint it yet. I've got some different oranges here, and I got a root beer, and I got a nice maroon. I might go with a maroon color.
That actually, you know what? How about the maroon with the stripes?
That's a possibility.
I don't know, just random throwing it out there with the different colors. Maybe even orange and root beer. Orange root beer, maybe. Or just root beer with maroon stripes or root beer with orange stripes. Actually, root beer
If I
with
do the
orange
root
stripes.
beer, it'd be probably a silver stripe to go with it, root beer.
Okay.
But I've got that maroon. I think it's maroon or burgundy, something like that. I've been had laying around here for a long time.
Oh, well,
Burgundy.
Yeah, okay, burgundy. Yeah,
Burgundy, yeah.
That would actually look, yeah, burgundy, and then you do like your fender wells and rocker panel
Yep, but all
there,
in the black, yeah.
like all in the black there. So gives it that rugged look, and yeah, I like that. That's actually a good idea. That's actually a good idea. Sharp. Especially the root beer and the silver with the stripe, yeah. Or even the burgundy, like you were saying, with the black, that'll look good too. It's gonna be a late night, early morning. I got 4 vets I gotta pick up in the morning, so which ain't gonna be too bad, but I got an 8 o'clock appointment, so I gotta have my first vet picked up by like 10 after 6, somewhere about there. It's gonna be a long night.
Unless things change, Jeff, I will be there. Subject to something beyond my control, then I plan on being on Acme.
When I get home, I'll finish packing up the last couple bottles that I've got sitting there and see what's going on. And like I said, a lot of the last minute shit out. and ready. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me.
Now you sound like me. I had a plate of lasagna for dinner, and I'm barking that up.
Oh no, I got coffee. I ended up actually having a veterans breakfast this morning. I had 4 tornadoes off the griller and 2 cans of the Mountain Dew kickstarts. And I pounded them this morning, and then I had stopped I stopped at Greenfield, Illinois for gas. And I stopped at the Flying Hook, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? And I have one of them, I don't know, they're like big dog griller things. It's like kielbasa wrapped in like a dough.
Yeah.
I had one of them, and I think that's like starting to kick my ass back. And I still got my coffee sitting here. So still got my coffee sitting here. I gotta do it. I don't know. I'll figure it out one way or another, but you can definitely tell that it was a good thing. But you know, kind of like kielbasa, it's kind of like gassy, juicy, gassy, but it's let's see. Do I want to go that way? No, which way do I want to go? Yeah.
I'm going to pay the water bill. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll probably have to do that too when I get gas. C271 up 90. Hopefully everybody's doing well out there. Like I said, we're working on making our way back to New York. It's 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So, yeah, stay in your lane there, guy. Don't be drifting over to my lane. If you touch my groove, I'll have to push you back in your lane. So, oh, yeah, I better back out of it some. That's definitely jail time. 30 over is definitely jail time. Oh, fuck, 20 over is jail time. But we'll just not go that way. So, back off it some. But anyway, just busy entertaining and talking to myself. I was listening to the radio, but then I kind of got to like Tuesday.
All right, I'm back.
Hey, all right, there he is. I was trying to entertain everybody, and then realized I looked down at my speedometer. I was about 30 over what the posted speed limit was. I'm like, yeah, I'd better back out of it some. That's jail time, but 20 over is jail time and a lot of points. So
it was like you were driving through Pennsylvania. They show you on the big sign how much each one is, so you can decide how much you can afford to pay.
yeah,
I can afford that much. I can go that much faster.
Yep. Well, I'm not gonna lie. My CDL has sometimes gotten me out of some tickets. Like I've gotten no seatbelt tickets with just fines. And then there was one where it was like I was speeding. He had me dead to rights. I think I was like 78 and 65. Now I had a dry bulk cement tanker on the back. I was coming out of S-Rock up in Oswego, running to one of the ready mix plants. I think it was either Big Creek truck. But anyway, I was coming out of Oswego, and I just sitting there cruising, and I seen him, and he ended up tagging me. So since he ended up tagging me, I'm like, well, yeah. So he said, also seen I was a veteran too, which kind of helped. And he's like, well, yeah, you weren't wearing your seatbelt. I'm like, what? He's like, I was going to write you up, but you're not wearing a seatbelt. And I have my seatbelt on bigger than shit. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Yes, I will take that. You're welcome. $101 ticket later, but just pay the fine, go down the road.
Yeah.
So it's like, yep, thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, I will definitely watch my speed. No, not really, but you know, I made out good on that one. No points, no nothing, but that's shit. Where do we want to go for gas? We're about
Yeah, they'll generally let you slide on about 10 here, 10 over. And 10 to 12, a little bit over that, then they'll usually write you up some kind of goofy ticket.
Yeah, I did notice that because I was like, because his maximum is like 70. I'm like, I'm loving that because I'm like, shit, yeah. Because I normally, like I said, even at 65, I run roughly about 9 over. I try not to get too much depending on where I'm at, but you know, anywhere between like, you know, 9, maybe 11 over, 12 at the most. So, and yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to get the motorcycle down there and ride the motorcycle. That's going to be nice because I'll be covering a lot of mileage on the motorcycle and stuff like that. So, especially down there, I can ride 10 months out of the year instead of 4 months out of the year here.
Yeah.
Or all year round if I really wanted to. Oh, Cedar Exit Local. Too bad I ain't going that way. I don't really want to go 90, but we'll go 90 because that'll probably be just a little faster unless there's anything. Yeah.
Some of those areas down south, they give you a ticket for going too slow, and if you're not going 90 because you're impeding traffic.
You're impeding traffic. Yeah, because there's like a couple times, like, I like had people pull my doors off, like, dude, I'm already at like 80. It's like, holy shit, dude, you're walking me like I'm doing 55 in the slow lane. That's nuts, but at the same time, I kind of like that, though. It's, you know, kind of like that.
Well, my sister and brother-in-law both work for airlines, so I can't badmouth them. I can, I just can't do it in public.
Yeah, it's nice when you got people that either work for airlines or like my buddy who had like the Delta Sky Miles and stuff like that. And good to get the Sky Mile points. That's real nice, but I don't know, as much traveling as he does, shit. He was going to Spain and what? Oh, okay. That's why. Okay. I don't know where the hell you're getting on to find it. Yeah, I get over in that lane. I mean, I seen the gumballs come on. I thought that's why it was. I don't know if somebody fucked up or somebody's being through a construction zone. Also, another thing that kind of like throws me off a little bit is some of the wreckers and tow trucks down there actually have the cop light bars on them, which I know that takes a lot of yard for it, like to move over and stuff like that. Express ramp full. Son of a bitch. Well, I don't go on the express ramp now. Somebody else tried to. No, he's just sitting there with his light. Oh, auxiliary they're not even police, they're auxiliary police. Uh-huh. Okay, well, they're on the point that way, so we want to go this way. All the arrows.
Well, yeah, technically, but if you're going faster than what they view as safer conditions, they will tag you on the Autobahn.
Oh, yeah. So, sometimes forget about that. I did see a lot of signs when I was going through there. It says reduce speed during wet conditions. I did see that on the Electric Indians down there when I was like coming through Missouri and stuff like that. So. Oh, there, excellent. Okay, there's the flashlight.
Yeah, I was going through Nashville, going to Acme last year. The middle of the night, I was probably doing 85, and this Mustang went past me like I was standing still.
Huh. Okay. That's awesome. Yeah, but it's nice because then if it does it right, they'll chase out the Smokies for you, and he'll get the safe driving award.
Yep, that's what I think. You know, it's like, yeah, okay, you can do that. 120 miles an hour down the interstate. They'll be looking for you more than they are me.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta pick and choose your spots.
Okay. Yeah, you get out like in Montana and stuff. Out there, there's no speed limits on the interstates. But
yeah, it's almost like the Autobahn. My buddy,
you don't go 2 hours without seeing anybody either.
Yeah. Oh, they play different rules out there. So. There goes the copy. Yep. Or at least the auxiliary anyway. You should know if they were their lights on and doing that. I'm gonna figure out where the hell you get it. I don't know. Let's see.
Here is our interior tub for that.
Ooh, that looks good. That actually come out real nice with just a little bit of that panel liner in the lines there. Just really made it pop with the detail.
Yeah, it's just a straight gray primer with panel liner.
That looks good.
Okay.
Actually, home furniture store. I don't need any furniture, but okay.
Yeah, I had lasagna for dinner tonight.
Yeah, probably when I
I knew it was something I could just throw in the oven and set the timer in case I had to bail out, take care of mom or something. It wouldn't get burnt. It just timer would go off when it was done.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I got leftover lasagna sitting in the freezer and stuff like that myself. I had I had that like last Tuesday. It's like we had it and it was already baked, so just made it nice to nuclearize it and stuff like that. So
Yeah, that's why I'll make a big pan of it and then I'll cut it into sections and throw it in the freezer and you just pull out a piece as you need it and
yep.
make lunch or dinner or whatever.
That guy should have zigged when he should have zagged. Whoops. There was a guy who was on that far westbound lane there. The car just got put up on a rollback. And front end was kind of fucked. And I guess he should have zigged when he should have zagged. That was a newer Dodge Durango anyway, so or like newer Dodge SUV.
Hey Chuck, how you doing tonight?
The only thing I've got is just so I'm like trying to read some of the comments and it just keeps on doing different ones and it's from like 7:30 when I just got on and it's like 8 something now, or unless that's your time. I don't know, it just like only certain things and stuff like that I don't know, I ain't worried about it. So I'll just say, hi everybody, I am here, I am safe, and we be driving. So if anybody popped in the chat and I didn't miss, I don't know, the chat or whatever on my end isn't doing much, so I mean, it's just cycling through the same ones that were there, but I'm not worried about it. So, well, like I said, I'm probably gonna have to get off here anyway. And a few, I'm gonna pay attention and figure out where the hell I'm getting gas at. Go from there. So, either way.
Let's see. Let's go with copper brake calipers. That sounds like cool.
That'll look good. Oh, that's a sheet. That's right here.
Yeah, I got the wheels painted on for my 37 Ford, and they look super duper. I'm really happy with them.
I still got to work on it. I got a general idea, but I got to actually, what the hell is it? I got to actually solidify it. I think I'm going to go with maybe like a 2-wheel drive, kind of like the bullet truck or something like that. Because I got them orange Blossom special wheels, and I got to put a service box on it out of the Mobius Ford. And then I just got to figure out the suspension. I might put a gasser,
Yeah.
So
I got a set of those spoke wheels from Matthew, and they're the 3-piece wheels, and they really look nice. I've got the spokes in gold and the center cap and the rim in chrome to go with that orange, candy orange paint job I put on that truck. It's gonna look awesome.
nice. Yeah, that definitely looks sharp. You can't go wrong with that orange color. It's flashy. It looks good. It just not enough. I've always been a fan of orange personally, but I mean, you can't go wrong. It looks good on just about anything. I got this cherry. Well, I got two Harley Davidson colors. I'm gonna probably paint something when I do that. I'm gonna try it out there. Pro Scale GT paints or I don't know. They're from overseas. I did a mail call thing on them or whatever when I purchased them. Pro Scale, I think it is, or GT paints or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some of that Pro Scale paint here coming up for the Firebird build I'm gonna do here shortly this summer.
Yeah, that stuff is, from what I gather, it sprays pretty good. I already used what do they call it, gunmetal color on the engines for the pulling tractor. Or I'm sorry, not for the pulling truck. I can't remember, but I used the gunmetal color on the engines, and that was shake the piss out of it, pour it in the gun, and just that's ready to spray right out of the gun or right out of the bottle.
Yeah, I want to get some of that carousel red for the 69 GTO and then that 68 Firebird I'm going to do. I'm going to do them both in that same color.
That'll look real good. Yeah, actually, because that was a factory color for it, wasn't it? Carousel red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really more of an orange, but yeah, they call it carousel red.
Well, just like Chevy engine red is kind of like orange. It's like a red orange, so it's like mixed, kind
of. And then the 70, the GTO orange was a more of a lot more yellowish than orange. So I got that for the 70 for the Dazed and Confused group build. Yeah, Kevin, Mom and Dad paid $30,000 for their house, and we just had the insurance appraiser just came here and said that we need to insure it for $400. So.
Wow, that's kind of a good thing.
About $350 for the house and $50 for the contents. So.
Shit, that's not bad. Even though some of that stuff's like irreplaceable, but I mean it's still not bad though.
Oh, it helps that the house just down the street is by Cactus Side, and it just sold for $250. It was on the market for like 3 weeks.
Oh wow!
So that kind of is giving everybody a nice little bump.
Yeah, I was gonna say, especially when you start doing the comps in the area. So one thing that's like killing mine is because I'm in a trailer park. Like I could like comps around here like starting out at like 120, but since I'm in a trailer park, that automatically kind of limits it. But at least I can go up from there. So
yeah,
that's a nice thing about it, where we're going to be starting out at. So, and like I said, I wish I had land under it, because then I'd get a lot more for it. But
our property taxes here in Boston are really, really cheap. It's only like $1,100 for the property tax on the house. For the house and ground. So it's not bad at all. No. My car insurance is almost that much.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think for all my vehicles, all my motorcycles, for the year, that's like everything. I pay like $2,100 a year for insurance. That's 4 motorcycles. Well, sorry, I take that back. ATVs, 4 motorcycles, a car, and a truck. And then I just got rid of my snowmobile policy, so I had 2 snowmobiles, which is like $212 for the year. And motorcycles only done for the year, and that's about $800 for the year, but that's full coverage and stuff like that on the motorcycle. Like everything's got full coverage on it, so. This thing down to a quarter of a tank too often for 2 reasons. One, it takes a lot more to fill it up from like E than it does from a quarter of a tank. I mean, shit, when I ran it down the first time on my first fill up, it was like 32 gallons. That was right inside of just on the old line in Ohio. And it was like 32 gallons. It was like $114 and some change. And that's because it was 32 gallons. So, like, yeah, good times. Yeah, I drove by Fort Leonard Wood.
Yep. That's where Uranus Fudge Factory is at.
Yep. I didn't stop there. The wife's like, don't be coming back with any shit. We're going to be moving down there anyway. So when we get down there and get situated, then you can go and see all these places. I'm like, all right, you should. Because she was like, I'm not going to stop a bunch of places and buy a bunch of shit. Man. She's like, no, because we're going to be coming back down and living down here anyway, so we can go see when we get down there. I'm like, and it means instead of driving back to New York, just bring it all the way back.
Well, fudge wouldn't matter because you'd eat it on the way home. It'd be gone.
That's true. Well,
you'd be leaving it somewhere in Ohio.
Right. I can make my own, leave it in the box. Leave it somewhere. Do like the old stink bomb there. Exit 200. As far as from Fort Sill, I'm like about 3.5 hours away from Fort Sill. Oh, never mind. I figured out it's local time for you. That's why, because it's like, okay, that's fine. And your local time versus my local time, because I'm an hour ahead of you right now, and coming across as yours is, never mind. I'm special.
Is it working?
Yep, you're here.
There we go. Oh, you motherfucker.
I get the wrong lane for fucking getting
I'm just driving now. That's okay.
It's like a little greasy there. Got a little bit of tire spinach. Oh boy. Oh well.
Fucking shit over. Fuck.
I don't feel like pushing this, but at least I don't. At least I don't have the trailer on to push it that way with the. If I ran out of gas with the camper on, that would suck much. Actually, I could go across 20 across the bottom of New York. I could probably yell louder. I was doing one.
The cab is sitting like this. That's lovely. Measure that very well. Son of a bitch.
On the beach. Lake Erie College. Fairground.
Yeah, that's gonna take a little bit of me on this truck, ain't it?
Always go. I guess we'll do out here. Do the loop around.
How is everybody doing tonight?
Hell, I am driving. I'm playing Billy Baker Super Truck. That's what I'm doing.
More cookies here. Get her lifted up. We're on. Clip it out.
That's good. You know, I've seen a lot of them down here, them weld rigs.
Yeah. Finally got the cab and the front end all together.
Nice, that looks good.
Just gotta run my exhaust. But I'm also realizing I didn't measure very well on my mock-up. My cab is sitting like this and my bed's sitting like this. This bitch has got frame rot.
Well, I mean, that's what I mean. It makes it more real. You got frame rot. That happens. That's impressive.
Yeah. It just means it's an average Illinois truck for around where I am.
Yeah, I'm by myself. Oh, that's right, dumbass. What else? You turn the camera on. I know this guy's got some weird turn signal. They're like red. They're actual red lights you put in the turn signal thing. That's weird. I've seen daytime running lights with, you know, like the different color, just as long as they're not flashing. But I've seen them like red, different color bulbs, but like not as a turn signal. They've always been yellow. He had red up there. That was weird. I was trying to get it, but the camera didn't want to turn around and stuff like that. So now let's go this way to the right gas stations there we go. So
Actually, the bed's sitting weirdly. Hey.
Hey, Mark.
hey, what's going on? Norm.
I apologize, Kevin.
Don't worry, Kevin Smith. We'll get around there. Trust me. Oh, it drops down to 45 and a half miles.
It's an excuse for you to come into the stream because if you're in the stream, you don't see the commercials. So we got to pay the bills somehow.
Right?
If you're on the stream, you don't see the commercials. So.
Uh-huh. What? Right, I hear there, Slogo. Norm, what's going on, buddy? All right, let me get to the gas station up here, and I'm gonna probably pop out and stuff like that, because I don't really want to think y'all want to go with me while I go see a man about a horse. It could be a little rough for some of the viewers, but I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less.
Can't be any worse than the one in your wreck fest that one night.
Oh my God, my brother is awesome. That's all I gotta say. He thought he muted his mic, but his mic wasn't muted. Oh, you got the big coming. Oh, the big power stroke. Oh boy. Oh, pussy, you're turning. I gotta get gas.
Check all the storms went east and south of me. We didn't even get rain. Oh, that big one up Friday night.
Wow, that's
We got
crazy.
hammered with
Because we
rain.
got like,
We got a little bit last night,
yeah,
but
I got,
the storm Friday with all tornadoes. No, we didn't even get a drop of rain. Struggles daring you to film it there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want Bob's channel shut down. There we go. All right. Do not enter. Well, I'm going to enter anyway because fuck you. That's why. Let me see. Well, no, there's a big sign that was blotted out that was. Oh, that's like highway around. If it had 319, fuck me, right? Go
Never know, Mark, what people
That's
want
still
to
better than around here. It's almost $4 fucking here.
Shit. I was down there in Missouri, and I paid like $269, which is like fucking awesome compared to what we're paying in New York. So
Yeah,
actually,
I just filled my tank in my truck down in Missouri. Cost me $70. Over here, it would have been over 110.
Yep.
Fucking Pritzker, right before the gas went down, he put a gas tax on everything, so gas is gonna go up. And
well, fucking all them Democrat run shitholes are fucking doing that. Hochul's doing it too. So, but anyway, so all right, I want to pop out of here. Y'all take care. Maybe I'll jump on the way back, but we'll see y'all later. Appreciate you. I'm out.
maybe a little detailed painting. Let's get on. I've got shit all over this truck from it sitting here a month waiting to be built.
Yeah, that happens.
It was gonna be. I was gonna put these wheels on, just do a mid kind of sort of custom step side, and then I wanted to put the bed on it. And then I wanted it to be a diesel. So I was waiting on a bed to come and then the diesel. Which, doing a little sacrilegious, it's a square body Chevy, and I've got a 24 valve Cummins in it.
That's all right. At that Firebird Fest that was in St. Louis over the weekend,
Mm-hmm.
there was a Firebird there with a 4-cylinder diesel in it.
That's just badass. It's like I can see.
The joke was 0 to 60 in 15 minutes.
Yeah, those 4-cylinder diesels. I don't even know if this fucking thing's supposed to go white, but I'm painting white. That's fucking.
Yeah. Nothing to grab onto.
I already broke that. Jeff bet I couldn't go one live without cussing. I already broke it.
That's life.
Well, I don't think it's gonna happen, Papa. That looks better than it did. It didn't look very good to begin with, but it looks better. There was something else I had to paint.
Red, no, you don't. Mississippi River anymore is just a giant sewer.
Yeah. Just some nasty shit now.
But if you get up in the Illinois River, it's kind of the same way. But if you get up in Missouri, that's not too bad. But the Mississippi and the Illinois rivers are kind of giant sewage.
Yeah, they're disgusting too. I swear it's where Anheuser-Busch dumps all their fucking waste. But I still drink their beer.
But if you go further up the Mississippi from up towards Iowa and stuff like that, it's not as bad. But here, from St. Louis down, it's basically a giant sewer ditch.
Yeah. St. Louis in general is a fucking sewer shithole. There's something else. Oh, mirrors. Man, I gotta find some fucking mirrors for this thing. I want to do like some big toe mirrors. I was trying to find some of the big Dodge freaking moose antler toe mirrors, but I couldn't find any printed. I thought the Dodge ones would look cool just because they got a Cummins in it. I got some old school style toe mirrors that came with this Caprice for the trailer, but I don't know how well they're going to fit. I think they're going to fit very well. With it being a 25th scale mirror and a 24 scale truck, I think they're all really tiny.
It's just like building a roof upside down, building a boat.
Yeah, these mirrors are going to look tiny on this damn truck.
The keel is the ridge beam, and the rafters become the ribs, and then you skin it.
Actually, them being smaller actually might work. That just means it won't be real big and body. I have to just sand them on them. I got painted black.
Plane the edge pieces of your planking to square up, and then depending on which way you do it, you can either make them a water seal or actually put something in there to seal the seams.
Do what the Flex Seal guy did. I sawed this boat in half and put it back together with flex tape. I always wonder if that was real in that commercial. If he actually put that bitch back together with that Flex Seal shit.
Yeah, it's just basically tar with a plastic backing. So yeah, it would work.
Actually, these mirrors being small kind of works. So they're not really big and goofy looking, but they're still technically a tone mirror. Oh, actually, I don't mind the way that's. I might wait to put them on too. Still debating if I want to get some. Have STS make me up a set of decals and make this the Champ shop truck. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just basically that butyl tar that you would get for sealing up pipes and stuff is what it is.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's nice.
Hey, Red.
What up?
And okay.
I'm pretty sure I glued the cab crooked on this truck too.
Okay, I need to
I don't want
before I do anything more on that one.
I don't want to take it back off and fix it because this motor was a bitch to get in this truck.
I'm using frog tape.
For masking?
Yep.
I thought about trying some fog tape. Man, I've been using this blue painter's tape. It worked well for a while. Until it wasn't. And I had to strip a few bodies because of that shit.
If you get the yellow, it's the delicate stuff, but it doesn't tear up stuff as nearly as much. It's not as tacky.
And I don't trust myself enough to freehand that chrome on the side of that grease. Actually, speaking of grease, I got some more painting to do on that. I'm gonna do under the hood. I'm gonna match it to the damn color shift. So I'm gonna do the under the hood, the fenders, and the firewall are all gonna be like color shift too. I seen a photo today of a shoebox Chevy done up all chameleon, and the underhood was like that too. The firewall and the fenders were all painted the same chameleon. I thought that looked good.
I had to restart my browser. He wouldn't pick my mic up.
Yeah. And I got one little spot on that front bumper where the paint rippled a little bit. But
There you go. There's the dragster.
fuck it. Oh, cool.
He's a little bit too safe. He's got a helmet.
Hey, that's all you need. You know, when shit starts going wrong, some feats that won't fail you. Take off fucking running. Let's see. It's not gonna fit on there like that. I'm gonna stand that down.
Oh, I want more details on this car. Hang on a minute.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's two Pontiac engines with a front mounted blower. Just like just one blower though. Doing both engines.
This mirror black. I kind of like how the mirror's not really big. I like that a little better than it being big. I think it's super big. I'm gonna turn it over. Turn the mirror piece of it. Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
damn, what's happened?
leaning towards the
Blast on it.
burgundy.
Let's do this. Sand it. Oh, let's try not to cut.
Hi, Jim.
Hey, how's it going?
All right. We're getting by.
Getting by, huh? I'm not used to this screen. This is different.
How's that going? Like that? That won't look too bad. One goes under it. It's supposed to look. Yeah. Oh, what is that? It's not.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Well, I'll tell you later, Bob.
Get a little reverb going
Got
on
a
there.
reverb going on there.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
Who, me?
Could be me, but Bob, if you don't mind, James Darby would like to announce something.
Go right ahead.
Oh, I don't know. It's if people want to do it. So listen to Jimmy the other day. I thought we ought to do I suggested we should do a Rust-Oleum build, a Rust-Oleum group build, and
And it's going to be
you know,
announced. What? Jimmy's challenge?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to embarrass him that way. But you know, if we was to do a Rust-Oleum build, we would just say that it could even be a curbside thing. The only thing is that it would be a Rust-Oleum paint. You know, because I think more people would get in on it because it's about the paint. It's not about really how awesome the build would be. It'd be more about how awesome the paint is.
Yeah.
Maybe that would shine some light on. Yeah, you can paint with rattle cans because you know I hate to say it. Back in the day, that's about all that it was. Most people did use rattle cans. So you know, we can do it like next month. You know, or maybe July. What do you guys think?
Sure.
Sounds cool.
We want to
I
have
think
it just Rust-Oleum, or do we want to open it to all rattle cans? You know, other than hobby paint. So
It's going to be a Rust-Oleum challenge. Everybody should use Rust-Oleum.
Yeah, because this is what I got here. I got me a can of this orange.
We can hardly hear you.
Yeah.
I think it's Jamie. With the reverb.
Who? You think I have reverb?
It didn't start till you.
Well, let me pop out and see if that
I want to change a few things here.
I saw Jamie because he's the only one not echoing.
Who, me? All right. Let me make sure this is off.
Sunday.
All right. Is that better?
Yep.
Yeah, I think you fixed it.
Yeah, I switched to my camera's microphone. And my camera's, I didn't realize it was using my laptop's microphone and the laptop's camera. And so like now, if I was to put it on me, my face is not so dark and it's closer, you know. Not that you guys are interested in checking me out or anything, you know. But heck yeah. No, you know, I just thought that would be cool. When do you guys think would be a good time to announce it and put the dates? And does somebody else want to sponsor it? It doesn't have to be me. I just think it'd be cool if somebody, or if we did that, because I'm thinking about sponsoring, because I haven't done it in years, and I don't think anyone's done it in at least 2 years, doing a Dodge Truck Month for June. You know,
I was
you
thinking
remember
about
those,
something
Bob?
similar to that with a Chevy truck month.
They used to have a Chevy Truck Month, and they had a Ford Truck Month, but there was never a Dodge. And I don't know if I did it first or someone else did it first. I can't remember. but I know I did it a couple of times, and I know someone else did it once or twice. So it'd be neat to do a Dodge Truck Month.
The only time I tried hosting a group build, there's only 2 participants other than myself.
Hmm.
So I don't do that no more.
Well, it used to be, it was pretty big. I mean, you would have 100 people. I think Chevy Cheeseburger started the Chevy Truck Month back in the day, back in like 2010 or something like that.
I don't think he's even doing videos anymore.
Nah, he, last time I heard anything from those two, him and his wife, was, I think, his wife sent me a message last year when my wife passed away, because she's seen it on Facebook. I have him on Facebook, but yeah, I have a feeling he got, so when he got in better shape, he started doing other things, So I think that before, he didn't do much, physical activity. So building models was something that he liked to do. Yeah, I don't know, because I think he had a sheetrock business there. He's doing sheetrock. I don't know. Do miss the guy. He did some pretty good videos. Mhm.
That hit me with a little flashback. I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Yeah. Chevy Cheeseburger was the first person to subscribe to my channel. Mm-hmm.
Mine was Chris Cortell.
Yeah. I don't know when Chris Cortell came in for me, but I used to talk on the phone with him all the time. Yeah. Because I had been really big into the first Scale Auto forum, and then they changed it to the newer one, and then I got on YouTube and was looking up videos and stuff, and I ran into I forget the kid's name, but he was doing model car videos, and I don't even remember his name now.
All right, I just want to make sure the echo wasn't me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was you.
And
How you
then
doing in that, Jeff?
Good. I'll have to bet it here in a little bit. I just want to go. And by the way, Bob is co-sponsoring a year-long build-off. All right.
Yep. If you'd have been here at the beginning of the video, you'd have seen that.
yeah, what is
I
that
already
build
know
off?
what I'm doing.
The Dazed and Confused group build starts on Memorial Day and runs for a year. Any car that you could see in the movie is eligible to be built.
Oh, the Dazed and Confused movie.
Yeah, Jimmy, you're going to have to cut down a short bed, original square body Chevy short bed.
Man, I was gonna do that. I was gonna do McConaughey's Chevelle.
So what does everybody think about doing the Jimmy Oleum challenge? Jimmy, James Darby is a hell of a builder, and he thought that much of you to do that in your honor. Oh, Ford Ranger, or no, Ford Raptor.
Raptor. That's Krylon.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Use Krylon or Rust-Oleum. Either one would work.
Like with Krylon and Rust-Oleum, if you get the paint on well enough and thick enough, because when you airbrush, it goes on a lot thinner, but you can polish them out and not even use a clear coat.
That's Jimmy's
I
secret.
don't polish or use clear.
You're right, boss. And there is sometimes too many group builds, and that's why I only build what I'm interested in, not because my other peers are doing such and such.
Yeah.
This has got a few boogers in the hood, so I'll have to do a polish on this one, but not too much.
Yeah.
Jimmy, that shows you how much you've come along into this community. Somebody wants to do that.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
Good Lord, I'm being way too much of an adult lately.
Man, you've been scaring me the past few days with it.
Well,
So, Kevin,
you should be scared of him because he told me the other day he had a picture of you in his bedroom.
oh no,
I
that was
wouldn't
Gary
doubt
right
that.
there. Don't confuse me. Jeez.
Don't lie,
Yes, I'll
Jeff.
go.
It's on the ceiling right above your bed.
Wendy,
Yeah, so be
well,
careful if he wants you to send him a topless picture.
That's right next to his air Estrada picture, huh?
You should be
Oh,
able to
here,
find
we'll
it
do
on the
live.
internet for free without too much trouble.
hold it, Chuck. Who's blaming me for what now? And get your camera works just fine, Chuck. Chuckles, you need to get in here too. Or that or he's overexcited. The Clip is coming back to New York for a few days.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cliff,
Oh,
he
Jimmy,
was in
have you?
Joplin, Missouri. He passed right by me on that interstate.
Yeah, he went right through St. Louis. Yeah,
So who lives in St. Louis?
Jimmy.
Well, shoot,
No,
maybe next.
I'm over in Illinois.
Oh,
I'm
he's
right.
He's in Metro St. Louis. Let's put it that way. He's in the Metro area.
I'm right on the border of Illinois and Missouri.
Ah.
Like I could jump on the highway and in 20 minutes I'm in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Now,
Probably not
James,
even that.
if you the generosity of this, and by the way, James, before I forget,
Uh-huh.
I pray to God you have one in your stash. You got to let me know. Price is a price. It's going to be sent to Bob. I'm looking for a 1999 Pro stock Firebird. It's either the Superman one, Summit one, or the Revell Fireball one.
Yeah, I don't think I have any of those.
Do you know somebody that may?
No, you might find one at Atomic in Dayton, but you know he might have one there. But
Yeah, he's going to ask eBay or above prices, and I'm trying to find a fair deal. I got to do something nice for Bob here. Hey, Jimmy, have you sat down and talked to your parents about seriously going down to that event?
I haven't been able to. I worked all day today. And then Dad comes home. Dad comes home, eats a little, and goes right to bed.
I'll wait till a Saturday. You take the time to say, they know Bob. They know what kind of person Bob is.
oh, let me see here. Yeah, I travel to Missouri a lot, but I usually take Highway 60. I'm nowhere near St. Louis when I go up there.
That should work pretty good.
Well, you could always stop and go over the Saturday of go over the Sunday of Heartland Model Car Nationals and grab Bob and Jimmy and have fun.
Yeah, I have to see.
So now we got it down to three things. And after my last plane ride, I'm not sure I want to get on a plane ever again.
That bad, huh?
Oh God, it was worse than Gary ride the wind in a large girl fun house. Bouncing every damn which direction you could humanly go.
Okay. So you do you live like close to Granite City or more up north?
Caseyville.
Let me see here.
He's literally across the river from St. Louis, a little northeast of it.
Oh, my back. I'm so
Correct
tired.
me if I'm wrong. Don't worry, we didn't tell anybody you work at the local Jimmy John's.
Hopefully not for much longer. That fucking place. It's starting to turn into a high school drama, and it's pissing me off. This
We
person
keep
said
telling
this
you,
to
go
me,
to
and this
trade
person said
school.
this. I can't hate it.
Go to a trade school, Jimmy.
Yeah.
You're going to have a better long-term future.
You took your course in automotive body repair. It'll fit right in what you're already doing.
Yeah. Caseyville is like 4.5 hours from me.
Because if I go to hang out with James for several days, it's going to be either in July, which means I got to take Tim Brown out for his birthday dinner because it's a couple days after the show. Mine's the day after the show. Tim's is 3 days later. Or I go out in September and go out to Indianapolis, well, just northwest of Indianapolis, which I think would be fun because then I can get my 2 other friends there. Or I fly down for Acme.
And if you go to Indianapolis, you can see that Indy Museum. We went there 2 years ago, and that place was fucking cool.
I could even see the cheated up Penske car.
I think they're redoing that museum. I think a lot of those cars are at the Savoy right now.
Yep. No, they reopened it.
Is it back open again?
Maybe they opened part of it due to the Indy 500 this coming weekend. So I'll do the Jimmy Oleum challenge. And Jimmy, yes, you
No,
can
I'm
enter.
in.
And yes, Jimmy, you can enter it.
Well, I hope so.
So do you work at the Jimmy John's across from Popeyes and the Steak and Shake?
Nope.
He won't tell you because Durr finds out he will show up and collect.
Nope.
I think that's the only Jimmy John's in your town.
He's like a hooker. He gives another chance, people won't recognize him.
Oh, okay, Chuck.
I just want to see him in his required uniform.
It's just a t-shirt and a hat.
Yeah. Well, that's a joke. So I'm trying to remember what movie that's from.
That was one with Jennifer Aniston. Had to wear all the flair.
Oh, Shenanigans.
What's his name?
Yeah,
young-
shenanigans.
A young see, now I can't even think of these. A young Charlie Sheen.
Oh, not the one
I
where
am
him
not
and his
wearing
brother there. They were oh God, Men at
These are
Work.
not- Yeah, these are not tights. This is the required uniform.
That one I don't know.
The ad I got too,
Google
my
that.
buddy gave me. It's Kevin Harvick NASCAR Jimmy John's hat.
Yeah.
My buddy gave me that for Christmas last year as a joke, and I ended up really liking it. I think he purposely ordered it 2 sizes too small for my fucking head, though.
Get a haircut, stop looking like a damn hippie.
My hair pretty short at the back. I keep looking long.
Well, somebody does like riding crops. I'm sorry, Bob. I didn't mean to do that. I gotta leave. I don't want to ruin Bob's life too. Oh, that's funny, Sluggo. That is funny.
Oh, Jesus.
I want to see Jimmy in the Christmas Story movie Pink Bunny suit. And what if Sluggo? What airplane? What company is she flying for? I'm safe to tell you, I flew Southwest, not Delta this time, so I can officially say I was marked safe for Fred Henry and Dan Parent.
My nephew has one of those pink bunny suits from A Christmas Story. Wears it every Christmas.
Oh God! So she's flying for either America or Delta, and Fred will say thank you for his Christmas bonus, vacation bonus.
Oh, where is Fred? I want to see if the seal can balance a beach ball on his nose.
He said Panama City Beach.
Oh, Bob, you ready for this? Jimmy said if he goes to Acme, he's going to bring Fred a beach ball.
Yeah, I want to see if the seal can balance a beach ball on his nose.
I know where there's some hemp rope, Jimmy. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be dangling for me a feet from the top of the building. We'll all be laughing. You got Bob. Oh. Ralphioleum. Oh, there we go. Jimmy's new channel name, Ralphioleum. And
Oh
then,
God, no.
Kevin, I need to get a picture of Jimmy with his tongue stuck to a Rust-Oleum can. And that would be perfect for the backside of your shop card. Chat GPT can make them cards for you. You know that, right?
Yeah, I just haven't gone through and done it yet.
Oh no. Oh, by the way, last night
Make
when
it
you
a
guys were
card's not
playing around,
first on priority.
before I forget, but last night when you guys were playing around them buttons, you hit the AI button. Somebody did, and it recorded the whole chat. And it was very
Lovely.
interesting. Oh yeah, I'm just sitting here laughing when I writed this today.
Yeah, getting Chat GPT to design your shop card seems awful impersonal, you know?
I agree. Jess is supposed to do mine when she actually gets free time, which is not very much of. Oh, what, Jimmy? I'm telling you, Jimmy, that would be funny on the backside of your shop card.
I thought
Looking
about
like
doing
you got your
something with
tongue
it.
stuck to a frozen Rust-Oleum can.
That's also why I was thinking of doing this. If I get some decals made, I'll put Jimmy's Chop Shop on the side of it and do that the shop truck.
Yeah, STS can do them. You just got to give them the exact size
Yeah.
you want, and you have to cut them very close to the edge.
Yeah, I've used them before. That's where the
And a
decals
friend of
for
mine,
General Lee came from.
somebody
Look at my
just
shop
told me
logo.
somebody told me the other day there's another company that's going to start doing things like STS does. But Terry and Trish are excellent people, so it's hard to go to anywhere else.
Yeah. He started selling kits on his website, STS.
No, I got to get the right picture of Jimmy sideways with his tongue out, and then I can do that in the Rust-Oleum 2X can. What do you think, Bob?
Yeah.
Then we'd make him stand out front and hand him to everybody coming in.
They can
Hell,
hold the
Jimmy,
sign saying it.
Jimmy,
They can
I'd
hold the
even
sign
pay.
saying it paints with Rust-Oleum.
I got a can right here. And it's just
All
pick
right,
color
guys,
too.
I've got to get going. I got an early day, and the next 3 days out of the 5 are going to be some busy.
Yeah, man.
All right. Have a good
We'll
night.
see you later.
All right,
See you,
thanks,
brother.
guys, and have a good one.
All right, I'll tell you now. Oh, let's wait a few minutes. I'll let you know. Let's see.
I don't know why everybody rags on these Revell square body kit. The firewall detail is not the greatest, but I got enough
It wouldn't
67
matter if
Revels where I can make that firewall look good.
Jimmy, it wouldn't matter if it was the best kit in the world. Somebody would bitch about it.
Oh yeah.
That's a good question. What is the best kit ever?
Depends on who you ask.
Well, that would be a hard one for me because I have a handful of favorites.
You know, it depends on how you define best too. What's the best building? What's the best looking? You know, What is best?
I guess the one I've bought the most, and it looks good and it builds good, but I bought a bunch of 'em mostly to part out. And that's AMT's 70 Cornet Pro Street. That Super B kit because of the motor and the Pro Street stuff.
I mean, I would have to say that best kit I've ever for building wise was probably that Revell 57 Ford ranch wagon.
Yeah.
That thing just,
Those modern Revell kits are really good.
I think the Revell kit I've had go together the best was the Revell Foots Cadillac. That kit went together phenomenal. I've heard a few things about it, that the hood is warped from a few different people. My hood wasn't warped. It was just
Well,
fine.
it depends. That would depend whoever pulled it out of the mold.
Yeah. The 3 videos I watched on the kit before I started building it, all 3 of them said the hood was warped. Even Brian's was. Mine wasn't warped though. I heard a few things. The top on it was warped, but I don't know. I didn't put the top on it. I filled the holes in and kept it a roadster. That Revell 49 Mercury went together pretty damn good too. The only thing that fought me a little bit was getting the custom wheels and tires I had for it on there. That's just because the way I wanted them to go on there, it wasn't working.
I like Revell 67 Plymouth GTX. That one goes good together.
That's it.
That's a good, fun kit to build.
Like I said, modern Revell kits are great.
Yeah, well, I'm trying
Unfortunately, I like the stuff from the everything opens, nothing closes collection.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what
The Revell G-body Oldsmobiles are nice too. The 82 Hearst and the 85 Oldsmobile.
Yeah.
Those are good kits too.
The 71 442 is an excellent kit. AMT did a 66 Riviera. That was a good kit with good parts in it too. Yeah.
I've built really good AMT kits. I've had more issues with warpage on AMT kits than I have any of them though.
Well, it depends which era of AMT kits you get. If you get some of the repopped promo style kits, you know, they're a slab. But there was a time that, you know, AMT actually tried to, you know, they put out some excellent kits. There's a handful of them, you know.
Even with some of them old promo styles, like the all them 90s body OBS Chevys they just repopped. I've built a couple of them, and I've had.
Yeah.
I haven't done any of them stock or used that promo style frame on them, but I mean everything else goes together really nice on them. They fit on the frame pretty well too, but I've always on the couple I've built, I've either used the four-wheel drive frame out of the big game or the lowered frame out of the Foose F100.
Well,
which was another really good kit I put together was the Foose F100.
Yeah, the Duster kit from AMT was pretty good. The newer version, not the older Duster kits.
Which I wish that Foose F100 I built paint turned out a little bit better. That's the only thing wrong with it. I've got a few spots in it where the paint didn't turn out very good.
I've got one. I just haven't gotten around to building it. You know,
I've built one, but I've got like 5 of them. I've robbed the frame, wheels, tires, and motor out of all 5.
I'm trying to remember who did that Pro Street Corvette. I can't even remember what year, but that was a fun kit.
Probably Revell, because I have had 0 luck with any AMT Corvette. I haven't had a good time with not a single fucking one of them.
I need to go look. I'm curious now. I'm thinking of kits. Can't even remember who built them.
The Monogram 82 Corvette went together really nice too. That was one of them Ollie's kits I found, and man, that was a wonderful kit. Fucking, I've got a spare over here. I sat aside to send to Andrew, and I never did freaking send it to him. I got some Haley
Yeah,
Deegan stuff to send him too.
I wish we had an Ollie's.
Man, they just built a new one. 10 minutes, 15 minutes down the
Yeah,
highway to the house.
That's the
All I got around is
straight
Hobby
build
Lobby.
machine.
And that's about as far from a real hobby shop as you can get, really.
Yeah, it's got some pretty cool rims, some fat tires. Yeah. Yeah, this one got parted out a lot by people too. It's got separate, door panels from the chassis. This was actually a really good design kit. Yeah.
That AMT?
Yep. It's one of their newer versions. Well, I say newer versions, I'm old. It's a 2002.
Yeah, God, box. I can tell.
To me, that's new.
I've never had any luck with an AMT Corvette I've built. I think the worst one was that 97 ZR1 that I built. Oh my God, that kit was fucking trash. I couldn't get the motor to fit in the damn thing. I had it the way it told you to put it in, and the instructions was wrong. It had to come up about 6 inches from where it told you to put it in.
Must have a hood scoop, a lowered front end, raised rear end options, and I'm a happy builder. Yep. The Revell Monogram 58 Vet was a real good kit too. I built that one.
I've got that Monogram 53 one. I got
opening trunk and all that good stuff. And yeah, that's a real good one. It's 2 different engine options for it. You can do the fuel injected or the regular version. And
I'm to the Elvira 58 T-Bird.
Actually, I think the best Corvette I've ever built. I ended up picking up another one because I built one for a buddy of mine. This Z06 you can get Ollie's. That is a really nice Corvette kit. That thing went together beautiful. The only complaint with it is I think the suspension sits a little too tall for my liking. But I guess it would be stock ride height, but I think it's just a little tall for me. I cut the suspension down a little bit on his and it looked really good. I need to build this kit. I got another one to build me one. I never built it. I really like the way it looks. Zeos. 2000s Corvettes just have nice asses on them. I always like that look.
okay, got the tailpipes drilled out. Those look good.
'59 Caddy. The Monogram '59 Caddy, Kevin? Because, man, I've got 2 of them next to me. And I've went to build it about 3 or 4 times, and I can't get shit to fit on it when I go to mock it up. I can't get anything to fit on that '59 Caddy.
So, if we decide to do the Rust-Oleum challenge, I'm going with an easy curbside build. I'm thinking about doing this thing.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. I've had this for years. It's just, you know, it was designed to have an electric motor in it, but it's got opening doors and everything.
I think Matthew built that kit when they actually made it a kit. It's still a curbside, I think. Oh yeah.
It has a motor, but it's a slab of a motor.
Yeah,
Everything
probably
is
one
slab,
Matthew built.
you know. And I probably put the electric motor in there and just put it on a stand just high enough to where it doesn't touch, but the back wheels will spin, and I'll get one of those smoke machines from a train and stick in the back and have smoke coming out the back.
There you go.
That would be cool. Make a slab. And what year is this? I forget. This isn't your typical year. It doesn't say. It's
front
either
end is probably a 73.
73 or 74. I'm trying to remember what these taillights are. Because I think 73 had round ones and the 74 had these. Or maybe it was vice versa. Huh.
I don't know the badge very well. I just know that front end, I think, is a 73. 74.
Oh, I'm starting to hurt. Yeah, that'd be cool. See, it didn't come with an electric motor, but those are easy to find. They're all the same.
Oh, what would I have to wait for?
How do I do that, man? Paint this Rust-Oleum orange and do a black vinyl top because it's so thick and heavy. I don't think this is this 124?
Well, get what I want to do.
This might end up the Rust-Oleum build.
Whatever I choose, I don't have to go buy another can. It's more paint. I have had the past few paint jobs I've done. My paint went bad. I think all the paint I've got down here with me, with it going from really cold to really hot,
Yeah,
I think all my paint went bad because I can't get a good paint job for shit with none of this stuff anymore.
yeah. You need to keep your paint at a specific temperature all the time. And usually rattle cans go bad after 3 years. I've got so many paint, so I'm going to just have to throw away a lot of paint. I got some paint I never opened, you know, that they leaked out of the bottom.
Yeah.
Mm.
I had some testers, Model Master stuff that did that.
Yeah, that's what I got is testers, you know, and I bought it knowing that they weren't going to be around. And now I got cans that are worthless because they leaked out all the stuff, or, you know, afraid to use it.
Best tool on the bench right here.
Man, no shit. I need to get me one of those. That's what I go do. So most of the time when I stand up down here, I walk over the door frame over here and start scratching my back.
Right.
Well, it's better than scratching other parts of your body on.
Yeah, my camera don't show that low.
Like I say, he doesn't have a zoom line, so he doesn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, Jeff gave me the link to the Zoom page. I'll see if I can find it and get on it.
I saw this cartoon thing on YouTube one time. This superhero, but he had a micro penis, and a nurse prepared a piece of macaroni for him.
What the fuck? I'm gonna have to do some searching on YouTube now. That sounds fucking great. There's an idea, Marvel. Fucking micro man.
Huh.
Well, what kit would I do for that?
Even that AMT Plymouth Prowler I built was super detailed and went together real well. The front suspension is goofy the way it goes together, but that's other than that, it was.
I don't know if anybody's ever built this V6 out of the Opel GT, but the drag version, the timing chain cover, it's got this big blob sticks out right in the middle of it at the top. It took me a while to figure out what it was supposed to be, man. It's the magneto.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cut it off, man. I'm gonna put a better one on there.
Not doing this kit. Because I'm kind of really wanting to do this. That magazine Jeff gave me, it shows you how to chop it and do all kinds of, make it look real cool and stuff, but I don't know. I think I overpaid for this thing a little bit. I don't know if I trust myself chopping it up. But I do have some nice wheels to put on it already. Do that truck. Those wheels. Mickey Thompson. Bullet hole wheels with some super swampers. I just use the frame that comes with it. Metal action. Yeah. I think that's kind of Oh man, how's it? I don't remember now how the cabin said, nope, that's different. We'll go for you. There we go. Can't remember how that went together. There we go. Ooh, look nice. I think even if I use the stock right height, nah. There's the stock. That's fine. Let's try it out next time. I can see that.
I have not.
No, that'd be too short. Nice sticking underneath. Yeah. That's not how I do it after for mocking it first. So actually, right there would be perfect right next to it. I'm not real tall.
Just a heads up for everybody. In about 30 minutes, I'm gonna have to shut down because I got to go give Mom her meds, and she's got a new one, so I want to kind of keep an eye on her while after she takes it. So,
All right.
make sure she don't freak out or nothing. Don't have an allergic reaction or anything silly like that. So,
Gotta take care of Mama.
Not those. What are these? I got these wheels. I got these wheels. I want to put them on. Not a fan of Jay's off-road wheels and tires. I was not very happy with these wheels, but oh man, well, I can't really lift the back end up very much. That's just where it stops. Right there. So I'd just be hiding back. Which actually, that might work. It's not real tall and it's not real short.
So what are you working on, Bob?
I am working on the Ford F-150 Raptor.
Raptor. And how about you, Jimmy? What are you working on?
I'm mocking this up for that build. I'm seeing what wheels I want to put on it.
All right.
This is that Rust-Oleum build.
Ah.
This is that second gen Dodge AMT snap.
Okay.
I'm trying to use the stock frame. Just putting a different frame under this would be a pain in the ass.
Well, if you're doing it for the Rust-Oleum build, just do it.
Probably got it.
Yeah, I would just, I wouldn't worry about a different frame unless you
No.
had to try to drop those wheels deeper into the tubs.
I'm trying to lift it just a little bit, which actually stock ride height.
Yeah.
These wheels would work better. If I want to use these, I got to lift it up just a little more,
Okay.
which would not be fun.
And so it takes metal axles through a hole, right?
Yep. That's why I'm
So-
trying to use just stock height.
So if you take a piece of flat styrene, some thick styrene, and you cut it long enough and put 2 holes in it, one to run an axle through and one to pin it to the original model kit's axle hole, that could give you a certain amount of lift. Kind of like blocks on a real truck.
Yeah.
Simple as hell, but who's gonna, if you're just doing a build for a paint job and there's no motor and everything, who's gonna turn it upside down to see what you've done?
Yeah. I'm not going to do that if this truck gets slammed.
Yeah.
But with being a long bed 2500 Dodge, I kind of want to lift her.
Yeah, I remember when they first came out with those kits, it was pretty exciting until I realized there was no motor in them. Yeah. And they made a dually version,
Yep. That's the one they repopped recently. That OBS dually. Well, no, and then they had the Dodge dually too.
Yeah, see, that's the one I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah.
The one kit that was in this Snap Fast series I'm looking for is the Tahoe, the 90s body Chevy Tahoe.
Yeah. Well, I think the only truck Snap Fast or Snap Fast Plus kit I have is the Chevy Dually, the Pro Street. And I want to kit bash it with the other Chevy trucks that have like the 454 and just move everything over. Yeah. Have a full detail Pro Street Chevy truck. They reissued that truck as well, and they put a different chassis on it, but it's still kind of stuck.
That
The C3500
single cab Dodge Viper truck. That short bed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I have that kit too. I've just been on the hunt for this one, with it being a long bed. I had again a shop truck idea with it.
Yeah, it's a shame the scale's off. It doesn't match the Rebel's Dodge truck. Was it Rebel that made the 94?
It is. It's right. No, they're both 125th.
Yeah. They just don't look the same when you put them up side by side. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, if I can get the long bed to fit on this.
Yeah, well, then you'd have to stretch the chassis.
Oh, no. The bed's connected to it.
Connected.
It's molded together.
Yeah. Well, if you could take the chassis from that and the parts and just stretch the chassis and put it on the other kit, that might work.
Yeah. That's another started installed kit I'm working on.
Yep. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I'll announce sometime next week a Rust-Oleum build. Should we do it through June or do it in July?
Whatever works for you. That matters to me.
I'll post the link up on all these different model car groups on Facebook so people actually. Yep. Yeah, I think the Challenger looked good orange.
I kind of like the way that looks. That wheel like that. Okay. Where'd that axle go?
Yeah, I got the firewall to fit down over the transmission by me.
I just noticed that this thing's got some
And I
severe.
ended up cutting the tailstock off the engine. Not the transmission.
That.
Is that going to look different with that little engine in there like that?
That'll look good.
Can't see what I'm doing. So, yeah.
Yeah,
I got a lot of glare.
Go.
I got a lot of glare.
That would look actually really good. That wheel. It looks like it looked like a truck that runs around here. It's a single cab long bed. Got some off-roady wheels, rubber band tires, and it's not lifted real high, so the thing rubs like a son of a bitch when it turns.
I'm gonna go and put this blown GMC in there.
No wonder.
Oh, where'd that go? No, run over chair. There it is.
Yeah, this is a slab of a fucking kit.
What is this? Let's go.
Paint job on it.
Bumper.
Yeah.
How does that go? I think it just literally. Oh yeah, that's a, oh yeah, no shit. This is curbside.
I'm surprised.
There's a nice piece that goes in between that bumper. There. That would look pretty good, actually. I like that. What? Got what I'm doing. Got what I'm doing. 99 Ram 2500. Shop truck. Got the motor in the back. Shit. Tools. Interior is already like a gray color, which I might just keep it gray. Paint the body of something else. I might do the body just black. I kind of like the way it looks black. Crap, I want to get real technical with that Dodge. I'll make it look like one from around here. I'll put rust holes all over the cap corners and bed.
You know how to do that?
I've done it once. I just used my drill bit for a few holes, and then I put I kind of dusted with a paintbrush a little brown around it.
So the trick is, if you have a Dremel, or if you want to do it by hand, if you have a Dremel, get one of the pointy bits, the stone bit or something, and start thinning it from the inside and get it super, super paper thin. If you poke through, that's okay. But so what happens is you thin that plastic, you can actually push it out, and it looks like the metal's flaking off, like the real thing. And then you can paint it. So clean out the inside of what, like if you're doing the wheel wells, go on the inside of the wheel wells and shave that as thin as you can, paper thin. If you pop through, that's okay, but you want to try to get so much of it paper thin so you can actually take something sharp and put something behind it, like a piece of foam. You know, I don't, when I say a piece of foam, I'm talking about, you know, something like this, you know, like what you find in model trains, and you can push and break it, and it looks like rusted metal. It's not sharp, it's not thick, it's very thin. So when people look at it, they're looking at a very thin thing. You know, that's the way I like to do it. Yeah,
That sounds pretty good.
man,
That's a
it's
good idea, actually.
old school trick, man.
It's that thin edge, man. It goes long ways for some of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because if you just drill a hole and paint rust around it, you have a thick ass hole. It's not realistic. If you just thin the inside of that shit out as much as you can, and don't, you know, just randomly poke holes. You don't have to be specific, because rust really isn't all that specific. You know, just think about where water would settle naturally, and go to town. You know,
In scale, that car body is about an inch and a half, 2 inches thick.
yeah. So yeah, just let me see if I got a bit I can show you here. So if you have, I got so much crap laying around, man.
One of them round-headed bits.
Or pointed bits, you know, or whatever you got.
Or cone
Yeah.
shaped, yeah. The
The stone
bits.
ones work better because they don't eat up the plastic as fast, and you have more control. Da-da-da. I got too much shit. I don't even know where all my stuff is anymore. I just kind of guess like that. Yeah. I know I got a bunch of bits. I just don't know where they're all laying around at. But yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Something that's pointy enough that you can control it, but not super pointy, but you know, kind of like with a rounded tip. But a pointed rounded tip. Thought I had one in here. Every time I look in here, I jab something into my finger. Yeah, here I say stuff, and then I can't even find what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the Hobby Lobby every day, man. They had some good colors for $1.99.
Let's go on an adventure because I got to paint it.
So you could use a standing drum like this.
Fucking spiders everywhere.
Just use the edge of it. I think I have that.
Take that. There. Take foot lights. Christmas lights I got hanging all down here so I can see it. I need the coach.
I'm gonna find him. Not tonight. Oh well.
This is another one I think's about to go bad is my color shift. I've had this can freaking forever.
Well, if you think it's going to go bad and you don't want to get rid of it, you can always decant it into a glass jar and thin it with some thinner.
Yeah.
Because that's probably a polyurethane in there. You'd have to try to figure out if it's a enamel.
Is it Tester's color shift? Is a lacquer?
Well, he had.
I got oleum.
Oh, it's the same. Testers and Rust-Oleum are
so
the
it's
same company.
lacquer.
Yeah.
They give you the base black is enamel and the color shift.
I would
is
tell you to
lacquer.
thin it with TE55, but you can't buy that on the civilian market. That's what's in it. That are 57. Yeah.
I'm gonna do firewall same way.
So, Bob, when you said dazed and confused, I got excited because I'm getting ready to work on a Grateful Dead bus. See?
Cool.
And
Awesome.
I'm going to paint it just like a crappy Grateful Dead bus.
My first thought for the group build was that when they all pull up to the diner, sitting right there, and they all drive by it, is the black Plymouth Superbird. And that car just looks so good in black.
Yep.
You know, something
But
I
that
want to
Superbird
attempt,
kit's
but I'm
way more money than I'd like to spend.
You guys
And I
ever
can get the
see that
Chevelle
movie
Hobby
Rad?
Lobby 40% off.
You ever see that movie
I've seen the
Rad?
end of it. I haven't ever.
What you need?
Remember the Ford pickup
Buy a cigarette.
with the Taco Bell roof on it? Or was it a Taco Bell roof, or was it? Oh, I can't remember. See, now I'm gonna have to look it up. But I keep thinking it's Taco Bell because it had that old style.
Files.
Or maybe
I'm
it was. Maybe it was a pizza truck. So it was Pizza Hut. It had a roof on it like the Pizza Hut truck. Yeah.
All I do is. Yeah, I might as well. I might take that battery off though. Right here. Let's take that battery off real quick. So. What I need.
Yeah, Dazed and Confused, only a couple of the cars were quote unquote movie cars. All the rest of them were all the local car club. Brought them in for
What's in here?
for the movie.
Some stuff I'm
Another
returning.
cool one to do would be
Don't open it up. That's some stuff I'm returning. Some hardware parts that wasn't right.
another cool car to do would be Duke Guido's, whatever the hell the dude's name was, Firebird, White Lightning, he called it.
The White Lightning,
Yeah, that'd be
74
cool
Trans
one
Am.
to do.
Ben Affleck's car was a 73 Duster. And you had the C10 pickup. You had it was a 70, I want to say 75 El Camino towards the end of the movie when they're at the party.
Yep, that was the El Camino, the two Buddha statues they painted the kiss makeup on.
Between the two couple of scenes at the drive-in restaurant and the cruise scenes, there's probably not a whole lot out there that you couldn't build that would fit into that movie.
Yeah, it's not the movie I thought it was. What was the name of that movie where they was riding around in a VW notchback was painted all psychedelic and everything, and it's carrying around it's trying to party, but they couldn't find nobody to party with them because all they had was a bag of swag and some peppermint schnapps. But the schnapps was the schnapps, they just didn't know it.
Yeah.
And they were it was all tied in with it was going to a Brewster Colt show or something. Yeah.
Whoa. So they had a 74 Cadillac in Dazed and Confused?
Oh yeah, I had tons of cars.
I may
There was a Volkswagen Thing in there. There were a couple different Beetles. There was a Corvair.
Pretty girls. Beetle convertible
and that
too.
little MG Spider looking thing. Pontiac Bonnevilles. I mean, there was tons of cars in it. Just those few scenes, the clips I took for the video I made is probably 100 different cars
Wow.
that you could choose
They
from.
even had the Ford Bronco like what Mobius put out, but it's a 74 Bronco. Looks like you could. Wow. I Googled what cars.
And I'd say, even if anything that would, even if you couldn't like get a model, the exact model of that car, if it was a close model would be fine.
Who's gonna know the damn difference? I mean,
Yeah.
they got a 68 Dodge Dart there. Wow. What is that?
Yeah, me too, man. Dazed and Confused. That's Zeppelin 1. Like the second to third track.
One of my favorite movies. Dazed and Confused and Smokey the
There's
Bandit.
a Maverick.
My top two.
There's a Ford Maverick in there. Oh God, I can't even think. There's another Chevy pickup, that blue turquoise one. What was it?
I got a 66 Chevy C10.
That's it. The blue turquoise and
I
white
like
one.
that Cannonball movie with David Carradine.
See, now I have to look on eBay, see if I can find a 74 Cadillac, because I don't think anybody would be putting together a Cadillac.
The only 74 Cadillac I know of is an old Joe Ham promo.
Yeah, that'd be fine with me.
Because I've got my eye out for a couple of them late 70s, early 80s Joanne promo caddies. I want to do a car from a Superfly Cadillac, big pimpy car.
Didn't they do a Superfly car model kit?
There's a Fury in there. Let me.
It was a Pontiac, and it's if it's a complete in the box, it's a $200 kit. I think it was like a Pontiac Grand Prix or some shit. I don't remember.
Here's one.
Okay, so there's
These are not that
70
expensive.
GTO there.
Wow. $26 for this one. Oh, it's still got bids. I want to buy it now price. That's not stupid.
And there's a Fury. That's a 50 something Fury there.
There's a 72.
What about the Chevy crew cab there in the background?
That'd be a good one. The coach at the end of the movie when they're on the football field, the coach had a badass Bronco. The girls, when they're making the girls go through a car wash too, they had a big blue lifted square body.
There's another caddy back there in the background. There's a Camaro there. There's that Fury there. There's Duster. I can't tell
The Valiant back there in the
what the
back.
red one is next to it.
That was the second idea I had, was the Duke's Duster. Just because it's primer gray and it'd be easy as hell.
Old pickup truck there. There's a Dodge there. There goes a Corvette. There was another. There's tons of stuff. There's Melba Toast.
Oh yeah, there's a car I might do. All right.
There's a
I already got the
68
Edelbrock intake and the Edelbrock valve covers to put on it too.
Was it a 69 Chevelle?
70.
I thought that black one was a 69.
Is
Corvair.
that the same as the John Wick one or no?
Yep. 70 Chevelle.
And it's painted that dark green too, isn't it?
Nah, the McConaughey's in the movie's black.
No, the 60,
Black, yeah.
the 70 in the show parking lot was green with white
Yep.
dot on top.
Yep, the one in the parking lot was. There's McConaughey's. Let me see if the Plymouth is coming up. No, it's
So-
next week.
That Dazed and Confused movie, is it on any of the...
Yeah, that's a 69. That's 70's one with the round
Another
tail
Chevy
lights.
pickup.
That's 69 there.
Is it
Is that movie
Pontiac
like on Netflix or...
there? There's not a
I
Pontiac.
know it's
GTO
free
there.
on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
I
There's
think
girl
one
with
of the
a
other places.
Beetle.
There's another Beetle. There's Volkswagen Bus.
It's on Netflix right now. I mean, not Netflix, but on Prime right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
When I go upstairs, I have to check it out.
Here comes that
here
Superbird
the
I was looking at
Superbird.
right there.
Superbird.
That car just
There's
looks
a
so
MG
good in black.
there. That one looks like a blue one. Looks like a Chevelle.
I already know what I'd do if I get my hands on that
Little
Superbird.
Mustang.
I'd shove a
Cadillac in
Hellcat
the
motor in
background.
it though.
Is it GTX or something like that? Is that a GTX back there in the background? Right
Where?
there. The blue one, the
Might
light
be.
blue one.
That's a Dodge or a
Truck.
Plymouth there. It's
Looks like a Bonneville. Or not a Bonneville,
looks like
Belvedere.
Yeah,
a Cornet almost.
Might
It's
be a
easier if I
Nova.
was looking at this on the big TV screen instead of on my little computer screen too. There's your
Yeah.
Maverick back there in the background.
I might do that dark.
And
Just because I know
little
where I can get some
spiders
slot
right there.
mags and that primer gray is easy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch
And there's
that
more. Those
movie
are just
so
a few. Those are the ones just I pulled for little clips that had mostly cars in it. But yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because I kind of like to
Well,
just
guys,
build
it's
something
9
that I
o'clock, so
have.
I got to go give Mom her meds. So I'm gonna say good night to
All right.
everybody, and thanks for coming by. I try to be, if things work out, I'll try to come on Friday or something if nobody else has got anything going. But thanks for
Yeah.
everybody for coming tonight, and we'll see you next time.
Catch you
Yeah.
later.
Good night, Bob. You have a good day.